Of dollars in suspicious transactions have been uncovered in Trinidad and Tobago. This from the Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi as he urged the local business community to show interest in the passage of the Civil Asset Forfeiture Bill. Addressing the Chamber of Industry and Commerce today, Mr. Al-Rawi said the country has to develop an intolerance for money laundering, corruption and inefficiency. He said the passing of the bill is one way to curb money laundering occurrences in Trinidad and Tobago. The Chamber presented its mutual evaluation report on money laundering and terrorist risks to Trinidad and Tobago. Mahalia Joseph has more.
A quick search online defines money laundering as a way of disguising illicit earnings. Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi says $3 billion in suspicious transactions in Trinidad and Tobago have been flagged by the Financial Intelligence Unit.
And we have a whopping 250,000 TT dollars in forfeiture. Weigh the two up. It tells you, therefore, that your analysis of the system has to be measured against what you intend to do.
One way of curbing the instances of corruption and money laundering is through the passage of the Civil Asset Forfeiture Bill, according to the AG. The bill basically means that persons will have to explain their wealth.
The positive obligation will be upon people who are possessed of assets or wealth to explain how they acquired it, which isn't a complicated thing for all law-abiding citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, because it's just a matter of demonstrating your mortgage monies, your savings, your salaries.
AG Al-Rawi called on the local business community to lobby the opposition for the bill to be passed. The bill, he explained, is all about transparency and equality. In the discussion segment, the AG was asked if government is looking at ways to link white-collar criminals to murder and kidnapping, as it is suggested that they do not just participate in financial crimes.
Gap between blue-collar and white-collar has been so large that the concept of quote-unquote Mr. Big always walking around free is there in our country. I think once we focus upon following the money, that's where we're going to close the gap. And that's the advocacy that I make today. The key to money laundering, terrorist financing, tax evasion, cultural attitudes towards it can't apply to me, all can be linked to follow the money. And if we follow the money.
As it relates to terrorism, the AG reminded that this exists in every part of the world.
Radicalization of Trinidad and Tobago nationals is a reality. Are we content to believe that God is a Trini and that the effects don't reach here?
He says the legislation for returning foreign terrorist fighters will go before the Parliament in September. Mahalia Joseph, C News.